Welcome, guys, back to the Watchlist podcast. This week we got a great episode to do the Lynch draft. So Lynch, throughout his career, R.I.P. died last year,
Yeah,
right?
a year ago, a little
A
over a
year
year.
ago, just
Yeah.
over a year ago. Um, he made 10 feature films. Me and Luke have both seen all of them, so it's like a
Yes.
great opportunity. It's very rare to like have meet a person who's also seen the entire filmography. Usually, like I haven't even seen all of Nolan's. So, um, okay, of course, we're gonna talk about what we watched this last week. Um, I'll start first, I guess, because Luke hasn't seen that much. Neither have I, honestly. I only watched eight, and I started the week with Ella McKay.
Oh yes.
Super
Talk,
sweet,
talk your shit.
super sweet. I watched it. I didn't have to like pirate it or anything, so it was like nice to actually watch it on a TV.
Nice.
It was cute. Um, it started out great, and then it just kept going downhill. And then, man, I hate the husband, bro. The husband is just like
Yeah,
such an annoying character.
the
Not to the
worst.
point where it's like he's well written to where like you're supposed to be annoyed. It's just he's just annoying.
I
Where
think he
just actually
definitely is
like
supposed to be annoying.
I know he's supposed to be annoying. I know, but like that doesn't make it like there will be annoying movie characters in movies I love where it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that made me think that way. He literally made the movie like almost unwatchable. Like I was like pissed off, and he's just so obnoxious. I mean, satisfying ending, of course, with
Really? Do
that.
you think so?
Uh,
It's kind of a
y- yeah,
strange
it's kind of a
ending.
sudden ending. It's a sudden ending with Ella. I'm just saying, like with her husband, like
Mm.
like what happens to him. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
satisfying to me.
That, yeah, of
I was like,
course.
okay,
I
I was like,
meant
great,
just like
thank
the
you.
father. The father and aspect is
Yeah, that was weird.
bizarre.
If
I
if
fuck with it heavy though because of how like it I don't know. It's not like a clean like ending in that way. Like it kind of like breaks the rom-com trope and like oh like things aren't perfect. Like sometimes, you just don't heal the relationship.
yeah, I think it's super sweet, and I enjoyed it. You'll kind of notice I watched a lot of like recent movies.
Cool.
Um, this week I watched Hard Truths by Mike Lee. I love Mike Lee. Like Secrets and Lies is like one of those like really rewatchable movies for me. Like I love that movie. Hard Truths is it's actually like a really good time.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy watching Marianne like screaming at people. And she's so good at acting.
Yeah, and incredible. Like too good.
She like she's one of those people that just like can have fun with the character but also bring like depth to like a she's like a way too serious character. Also, I think like her son Moses is a very interesting character. Like very depressed.
Oh yeah.
Like the way he's not talking
And
and
the
like
way
you
she
kind of just
treats
feel bad.
him, like their
You kind of
dynamic.
feel bad for the husband and the son.
Yeah,
You're like, dude, get out of the house,
I
man. Like,
know.
please leave. So it definitely like, creates some uncomfortable moments, but I liked there's a specific scene where she's like shopping for a sofa, and it's like that's such a simple interaction that like a normal person wouldn't have. Like like a worker comes up to you and asks if you can help. You're like, oh yeah, sure. But with her character, her mind is just works differently, and the way that she responds to that, and then the way she talks about it later. People are attacking me. Why are you
Yeah.
attacking me? Right? She's the one that is like starting, like instigating this attack. Like why aren't you smiling? She just always has this thing, and then she's always talking. I almost died today. A man almost killed me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, but it also just like brings a super deep layer towards the end, which made me really sad. Um, it's really
Yeah,
sweet.
it's a great
Um,
character.
yeah, and I love her sister and her
That scene at the
her daughters.
cemetery.
Yeah, the scene at the cemetery, and then also like the beginning when you meet her and she's just like cutting the hair.
Mm,
I just love those little just like cool moments. It was a really
yeah.
good movie. I I also thought that Marianne sounded like KSI the whole time. Like I couldn't
What?
get KSI. I couldn't get KSI out of my mind. I don't know
Dude,
why.
that's funny.
And then I watched Howard Hawks's Ball of Fire.
Cool.
Um, I'm almost done reaching 10 from him, so I'm just like crossing these off. Um, might be my least favorite from him. I don't know. It just doesn't have any like charm to it. It's like trying to have charm and it doesn't. Like it doesn't work for me. Maybe it's just like the base of characters of being like old professors, and then you have this woman come in and she's like getting thirsted over. I mean, Gary Cooper's amazing. Barbara Steinwick's amazing. So I mean, it's like good acting, and it's like there's great blocking in it. Like the blocking is really good. But other than that, like nothing too special. Just like a meh movie, you know. And I really wish I loved it too. Like there was something about it. And then I watched the Dardenne Brothers' Young Mothers, which came out last year, and it
Oh,
pushed
cool.
Sinners out of the top 10 for the year. So Young Mothers is clinging onto that 10 spot. Um, it's amazing, dude. Like I can't talk about this movie enough. Like it's just super. I just love the Dardenne brothers, and it's like it deals with every single aspect of young motherhood that you can deal with. Because all these like mothers are like 15, 16 years old. Maybe there's a character that's 14 that has a kid, you know, and they're all in this home together, and they're getting taught how to be good parents, and you get to see every aspect. Like one has a great relationship with a baby daddy, one doesn't, and one does have a good relationship with her mother. One has to give her child up for adoption. So you see every aspect and how they. So it's like gets you thinking about like young motherhood. It's like a rare thing you don't talk about in movies. Like Juno, sure, but like this gets it and actually takes it to a deep level, which I loved. And then I already missed Gary Cooper, so I watched another Gary Cooper movie. I watched The Wedding Night um, by King Vidor. So I already want to rewatch
I
it.
gotta watch that. I love Gary Cooper.
I The ending is insane.
Cool.
And I'm really loving King Vidor, like um, Stella Dallas and the crowd are great. This is definitely like not on par to either of those.
Oh, okay.
Um, the ending is amazing. It's just like it feels too melodramatic at times, like too reserved. Like it could go to different places, and it just like it's way too predictable. I would say. I was also really tired, and so like I finished watching it and like I didn't know what to give it. Just gave it a 3 and added it to my watch list. And I almost watched it again that night, like when I
Yeah,
came home from work.
I get
Like
that.
it's one of those movies I immediately wanted to just revisit because I think I would appreciate it a little more knowing what I'm doing going in. Um, and then I watched Ryuichi Sakamoto's Opus. Best thing I've seen.
Cool. That's Neosora.
Yeah.
Cool.
So here's the lore. Ryuichi Sakamoto is Neo Sora's dad.
Oh shit. Dude,
And I did, and
Nepo.
so he's filming his dad's like final concert,
Whoa.
and
I
then
gotta watch
there's a
that.
song, there's a Ryuichi Sakamoto song towards the end of the thing called Happy End,
Oh shit.
and he
Oh
named Happy
shit.
End off of his dad's song.
Dude. That's so
It's so good.
cool.
And so the progression I got to Happy End was just beautiful because I watched Tony Takatani, right? And that's scored by Ryuichi. And Ryuichi also scored The Revenant. And it's like my slow progression. Like Revenant years ago, like that's just a common movie. Like get introduced. I loved that score. I didn't know, didn't dive deep into who Ryuichi was. And then I watched Tony Takatani. I was like, this is the best score ever. Like I literally talked about it on the podcast. I listened to it constantly. And then I found out about Ryuichi Sakamoto's Opus. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. It's just a concert of him playing his piano because I found that there's 2 songs from Tony Takatani in it. And so I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that. And so I added it to my watch list thing. And then you suggested Happy End. And then I looked at it, and after a while, I was like, wait a minute, this is directed by the same person. So why don't I just watch Opus before Happy End? Just like do a little bridge. Then I watched Opus, and I was bawling crying. It's so emotional to me. Like seeing this dying man play music, and he's like, you could see he's putting his all into putting it in his last concert. Like he's dying,
Oh
and
my god.
his soft hands and his piano are like it's so sweet against like the graininess of the the great black and white cinematography, the great camera, and it's like they just Neo Sword just allowed his father at the show. Like he's not doing anything flashy with the directing, you know.
Mhm.
Uh, so it's just great. I did rate it, even though it's like just like a hour 45 minutes of piano playing. Just because I had to. It's just peak,
Yeah.
and I do think it's better than Happy End, just because of like the
Yeah,
emotions it
yeah.
gave me. Um, but yeah, then I watch Happy End, which I'll talk about later, and
Yeah.
I'll discuss everything, especially dealing with the score of it and how Neosor is kind of separating himself from his father's art. It's great. Um, and then I watched two Ryan Coogler shorts, like his first two shorts. Interesting seeing how different he is now than he like kind
Yeah.
of started off with that like kind of hood mentality filmmaking.
Yeah, he's from Oakland,
Um,
close to
he's from
me.
Oakland. You can kind of you can see his love for the hood, I guess, in them. Uh, and yeah, they're chill. They're not great. They feel like they're
Early
so short.
films.
It's like
Yeah.
impossible. And then I watched Transformers last night for the first time.
What brought that up?
Um, I've been wanting to like. There's like some big popular movies I've been wanting to see, and Transformers was one of those ones. Every time I'd mention it, like, you ever seen Transformers? Megan Fox is so bad. Um,
Yeah, you didn't watch that when you were like a kid?
no,
Oh.
never got around to it. And then I saw it got put on Canopy,
Oh,
and the
okay.
Transformers to me felt like a movie you have to watch on your TV. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
Big spectacle
yeah, didn't
filmmaking.
like it.
Yeah.
I think it's like to me, it's like corny and kind of annoying and like
It is.
not funny. It's like I understand. Like I saw your review. Like I can tell like it's like a camp movie for you. You know, I don't have any nostalgia to back it off on.
Mhm.
I also like think Megan Hot's cute, but like I'm not gonna do anything about it. And it's also like
What would you
I don't
do
know.
about it?
I don't know. She's cool. Shia LaBeouf is actually interesting in it.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't like the villain aspect of it. It doesn't feel epic to me. Optimus Prime sounds like Liam Neeson. It's like really funny.
No, that's the goat. What's his name? He's like
Yeah, I actually do
famous
like Optimus Prime, but
for that
I don't
voice.
know. It's just it's one of those movies that like I never got bored, but I was just sitting there and I didn't learn a damn thing about life or was super entertained. It's like one of those like,
Yeah.
okay, I just finished the movie.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm done.
I I remember, I mean, I used to hate these movies so much, and then I kind of like I have a long review about it on my letterbox that I just kind of like had a shift in perspective, and then I just like really came away from it really enjoying it for what it is, because I think it's like, it's a time capsule in a way, but like they are like really long. I definitely am not eager to check out the sequels, or like, I like, cause I watched rewatched the first one, and then I just like never rewatched the other ones because I was
Yeah.
just, they're long, and I don't know, yeah, they're really just entertainment, and so it's tough to really put in that much time.
Yeah, for sure. Like I kind of like I relate to it as like Mission Impossible, but I fucking love every Mission Impossible. Not everyone, but I like most Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah,
Um, the spectacle for me, I don't know why it's just different. Like
yeah, yeah,
maybe
it's not Mission
maybe
Impossible.
it's like yeah, maybe it's like I know it's like this like the CGI isn't going to be the best, you know. Um, I don't think it's actually
It's
bad.
yeah, it's actually I think it's really good
It's good.
considering.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I just get to also like action movies are my thing. Like I never get hyped over action sequences.
Yeah.
Like that's never I care more about car chases. Like that's probably why I loved Ambulance.
Yeah, yeah. I want to
You
watch
know?
Ambulance
Like
again.
like I, I was suggesting it to like a coworker of mine. It's like, bro, you gotta watch Ambulance, bro. It's so good. It's this pure adrenaline car chase. And that's Michael Bay. It is also I found the editing of Transformers at the beginning to feel like the fucking like a commercial, like one of those car commercials. So it's like just swoops and then it cuts down and then it's swooping down from this corner over here and then it's like
Bro,
zooming into these guys.
Michael
And I'm
Bay
like,
is so funny. He's such a like a
I'm
goofy
like,
guy.
it's not as bad. He's goofy for sure, like, but it's not. He's not as bad as Baz Luhrmann. Like Baz Luhrmann is like
Yeah,
someone
right.
whose editing actually pisses me off. I just noticed Transformers editing at the beginning, but once the action sequences, I don't notice like editing in any way. It's just so convoluted with
Yeah,
stimulus.
that makes sense. No, yeah, there's funny camera. I think there's definitely. I remember there being like a lot of like good camera moves. That it's interesting because it's like, well, this is like a blockbuster, like big movie, for kids, and it's like doing filmmaking. Like there's filmmaking Michael Bay in the
It's good
movie.
filmmaking. Yeah,
Like there's still filmmaking going on. So it's in like the current day and age. It's like I just kind of think you have to appreciate that on some level because the blockbusters we're getting now just have no filmmaking. They're not like
yeah,
there's nothing going on that's like anything interesting formally. And so like it's kind of
yeah,
you watch these old blockbusters even like 2000s and it's like man we kind of had it good. Yeah, but
yeah,
are you done or did you watch anything else?
yeah. That's what I
Okay.
watched.
Um, I watched. So I have this. Now I'm on at home and I have a big TV, and so I was like, oh, I need to watch like good shit. I need to watch good shit. So I put on Lady Snowblood, just like because that's just something I need to watch. Um, and I really like it. I'm not, you know, a lot of people say it's a masterpiece, I guess, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just, I think it's good. It's you know what I was thinking I was really wondering if Kill Bill just like ruined this movie for me, or like not ruined it but like lessened it, like dampened it.
Mm.
I don't know how to explain that. I just there might be some force.
Which do you which do you prefer?
Easily Lady Snowblood. I think Kill Bill's mid. I don't really care about Kill
Okay.
Bill. Um, but for listener context, Lady Snowblood is the movie that, like, if you that heavily inspired Kill Bill. Like, you'll watch it, and it's Kill Bill. Um,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I don't know. There's some good stuff in there. I don't know if I am like super into the revenge tale aspect of it as much as I want to be. I felt a little removed. Like I don't know if it was weird because there's an interesting thematic element of it not happening to her, like, and it happened to her mother, and her mother passed down this revenge tale to her to carry out and kill these people. But because there's kind of like a thing of like that carrying down to the younger generation, but it also is like it didn't happen to her, and I didn't feel it. Like I didn't really, I don't know. There was some like a little bit of a disconnect there for
Yeah.
some reason. And it's like cool, but I don't get like a lot out of it in the end. Um but it's just like a cool fun movie. That's just kind of how I think about it.
Yeah.
Um then I rewatched Sinners, which I needed to rewatch this movie. I even thought this when I saw it like a year ago in theaters. Um I really think it's a great movie. And I think and it definitely I guess opposite from you, it went back into my top 10 because I had like Die My Love at 10 and like okay, it's better than Die My Love. Like I just think it's better than that.
Yeah. I guess.
Um I think it's really good. and there's some really good thematic stuff and like really good, you know, like writing. I think like yeah, there's some really good writing and parts of it that are really impressive, and then definitely stuff I'm not crazy about. I think like it's kind of ridiculous. I don't remember the theater experience. Maybe you will, of like the aspect ratio changing. Obviously is a big thing that even like people who only see maybe like 20 movies a year like notice that like, oh, you have to see the aspect ratio change, right? But dude, I watched it on HBO Max and the aspect ratio changes like 30 times. And it's like a little ridiculous. Do you remember it doing that in theaters?
I don't remember doing that in theaters, but like I watched it on Prime and it did feel like excessive. Like there's even that like one scene where it's widescreen and then it goes to full screen when
Yeah.
it's like them like they do that song dancing in a circle,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then you go back into the cabin or whatever, and then it's back to widescreen. It's like why did we go to full screen for that one scene? Like it just seems like I do like it when it go like there's something eye-opening about when it does go to full screen though,
Yeah.
because like you're stuck within widescreen, and then when it goes to full screen, you see the clouds. Like the scenes that they do choose to go full screen are like smart
Yeah.
choices.
It looks
But
so good.
I wish the whole thing was full screen.
I wish the whole thing was
Like,
full screen. It kind of just makes me like when it goes back, I'm a little bit like I feel like I'm
what
missing.
am I missing here?
Yeah, what am
What
I
am I missing
missing?
here?
It feels eye opening when it happens, but then you go back and it has the opposite effect, and then it's just like it's doing it a lot where it's kind of ridiculous. It's like a little bit gimmicky where it's like, okay, this is like I don't know. It's definitely like that's some like pop filmmaking like thing. It feels like
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, the action scene's happening now. Let's open it up. It I don't know. And then there's also a thing that happens in the movie a lot, which I think is also ridiculous, which is like it'll call back to something in the movie and it'll like literally cut to that thing like a lot. Like
Mhm.
I'm like blanking. I know
I like it. I understand what you're saying when it does that. I like it when it happens at the end though. Like the whole montage of like that day. Like I love that
Oh yeah,
montage of
yeah.
it.
No, yeah,
And he's
that
like talk,
but there'll
and
be
then
like
he's like,
moments where it's like, oh, you need to remember that this happened then, and then it like cut back to it, and then I just and like it's obvious it's made to be accessible, like it's a big movie, but that it does it a lot of like that, like just like little moments, right? Where like it'll be like a little
yeah,
thing, and it'll be like I'm like blanking, it's like a week ago, but it happens like if someone rewatches it, look for it. But I just think it's like all right, we like I think we get we like if you're paying attention, you'll understand it without the cutback. Um,
yeah,
but because I'll be like, oh, they're doing. I'll think back to the moment in my head already, and then it'll appear on the screen, and it's a little annoying when that happens, I guess.
you think about the stylistic choice of when Lindo is telling that story of his friend getting lynched, and then you can hear it in the
Mm-hmm.
background a little. Do you like that,
Yeah,
or do
I
you
like
have?
that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I have no. It's more
I
of
don't know.
I mean I think that the audio and the visual are different because the visual cue is a little it makes it obvious. Um, but yeah. Anyways, but a very good movie. I think it's so rich thematically, and I think it is. Some people really simplify this movie, and it kind of bothers me. But really interesting like representation too, especially with like the Asian family and yeah, it's just there's nothing quite like it. It's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Um, then I rewatched Black Klansman, which I love. I'll yeah. So I wrote a paper about this movie in Bamboozled, and I kind of came to a discovery about this movie and like ended up liking it so much through writing about it, because I think it's kind of genius in the way I wrote. My review for it was, it's the conventionality in this film that makes it major. And what I mean by that is kind of like it's trying to be, it uses a lot of like conventional approaches. I think there is a lot of like Spike Lee sauce in this movie, like Spike Lee-ness, but it's pretty restrained for like a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I think the concept is fun. Like, it's like, oh, a black man goes undercover in the KKK. I think that's an easy thing to grasp people with, right? To be like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, let's go see that movie. Even maybe like, white racist, or like white modern, like ignorant racist people, right? To like go, that's an easy movie to see. It's an easy movie to kind of grasp with, that like, KKK is in the past maybe, and it's bad, and black guy going in there, uh-oh, something's bad. It's a fun little like thriller, and I think it's pretty, pop, cinema movie for the most part. And then it kind of like, it hints at, there's a scene where the cops are, Adam Driver and the other guy and John David Washington are talking about, how the racist cop in their station shot and killed a black kid, and like said he had a gun and he didn't, basically, like just said like he killed him and got away with it. And John David Washington, who's like the black protagonist, was like, well, why don't you guys do anything about it? And they're like, well, it's because we're a family, like family sticks together. And then John David Washington goes, oh, it sounds like another group I know. And then it J cuts, you hear shooting, and then it J cuts to the KKK doing like shooting practice on cutouts of like caricature black children. And it's bizarre. Like, it's like, that scene is insane. And he's doing like a lot of stuff like that where it's like hinting, and then the end obviously kind of is like, oh, like, like, gotcha, this is actually all happening right now. And you fell for my little trick, is kind of how I'm.
Yeah.
So I think people knock it. I'm saying this because I think people knock it a little lower because maybe it feels more conventional than like Spike's, Malcolm X, which is kind of like big and bolder, and or like Do the Right Thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think that is kind of what makes the film really interesting to me. And I think it's going to be looked back in like 100 years as like this thing that, it came out 2017, a year after Trump's, Trump elected in 2016. I think we're going to look back on it as like, oh, this is around that time, and like kind of a time capsule kind of thing. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it since 2022, so I definitely need to like give it a rewatch. 'Cause,
yeah,
like, I remember not liking it. Um, I remember just like finding it really funny, like the memes of
yeah, right.
like
Adam
the
Driver.
meme of Adam Driver
Yeah,
like
yeah,
screaming at the car,
yeah.
like,
Of
and
course.
it was like I love the it's like this wasn't scripted. He wasn't even supposed to be on set that day.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
like those things are so funny.
My
But yeah,
so like so many of my friends know that, and they think it's funny, and they don't even know it's like a movie. Like, they just
yeah,
think it's like a random TikTok clip kind of thing. It's funny.
yeah.
Then I watched Andrei Rublev for Eli's recommendation, and we'll talk about it at the end. And then I watched To Be or Not to Be while I was like basically like I was finishing like a school assignment, and it was just like taking like hours to load. I wasn't working on it. It was just like I had to wait for it to like load. That's like the simplest I can explain it. And so I was like, this is taking hours. Let me like put on a movie at least, not, let me use this time efficiently. And so I'm like,
Yeah,
all
let's put
right.
on like one of the greatest movies ever.
Dude, I didn't know. Like, I swear, I was literally kind of like, I think I knew like Seth's reviews gave it like a high score. Like, for some reason, like I kind of knew that about it. Or it's not his name, Seth Reviews. It's Real Talk
Yeah.
podcast guy. Um, and
Bro, I had this at a 5-star for years,
oh
and
really?
I showed it to my family,
Yeah.
and they thought it's like the funniest shit ever.
Yes,
Like, it's
dude.
so we
Oh
we
my
we still
god.
to this day go like concentration camp Earhart, eh? Like we still be saying that shit. Like that's like one of the funniest scenes I've ever watched,
Yeah.
and it's such a smart movie. I love that
Oh
film,
my
bro.
god. So I
So
put it
good.
on like I was kind of like, oh, I want to watch an old movie, like, classic, and but I'm like, my brain's a little fried from watching um or from doing homework, and so I want something that is like not super serious, but still like, maybe like interesting, not like a dumb movie, but not like a, super like Andrei Rublev, right?
Mhm.
And I was just like, oh, Ernst Lubitsch, like, that seems like the guy for this job. And so I was like, okay, this movie looks cool. It's on Criterion. Let me just put it on. And then I'm like,
Did you
watch.
not see the 4.3
No, I
average
didn't
rating?
look. I swear I didn't even click on it. I was just like, yeah, let me. I've been wanting to watch this. I Loki was like, yeah. So I'm just watching it. I'm like, holy shit, dude. And I'm like dying laughing out loud. Like my girlfriend fell asleep next to me, like before I even started the movie, and I was crying. I was laughing so hard, like through the whole thing. And it's just it's really well done. Like the filmmaking is so good in it, and like it's so smart, like you said, and it's so funny. And I
Like
think it's
the
just yeah.
oh man,
I think like
like the beginning when you think it's Hitler coming in,
yeah,
like
yeah.
they all they're coming
It's
around
so
Hitler.
smart.
And so smart, and then they like have him come through, and it's like they say Hell Hitler, and then he's like Hell myself. Like
Yeah.
that shit is just so
It's
funny.
so
Like it's
funny. And then
so
the director comes out and he's like, don't do that. It's not funny. Or like, it shouldn't be
yeah
funny. And then he's like, I thought it
yeah
was funny. Anyone else think it's funny? And then he talks about it. He's like, you don't look like Hitler. You need to look more realistic. Like that picture on the wall. And he's like, that's me. And he's like, well, then that's wrong too. And like, there's like so many funny bits.
oh
It just keeps
man,
going. It's
it's so good.
so good, and like it is kind of like I was thinking about it in like it came out in 1942, obviously, of the time, and similarly to Casablanca, right? I don't know why. There's just something about that's like sort of they're not similar, but there's just I don't know why. I just kind of was thinking about Casablanca a lot and like how Casablanca is so revered and it's like and it should be, but um I was kind of thinking like this movie deserves that attention. You know what I
I
mean?
like that it's like not super popular though.
Huh?
Like I like how it's just like
Oh yeah.
a low key classic.
Right.
To where like I showed it to my family that they had no clue, they never heard of it. Like when I showed my family Casablanca, they at least heard of it. When I showed it to
Of
my
course.
brother has it at a 5 star. Both my parents have it at a 5 star. It like
That's great.
it's like anyone of any age can love this
I
movie,
want
and
to
it's
take a
so funny.
chance and show it to my mom or like,
No, genuinely, because like my mom loves Jojo Rabbit, and it's like
ooh.
similar in vein.
Yeah, I did think about
Movie.
Jojo Rabbit, but I was like this movie's like if Jojo Rabbit was like good at
It's
all.
just a World War II comedy. Like what's
Yeah.
not to love? Like it's just like, and it's so self aware too. It's just so amazing, and it's
Yes.
like great again, great filmmaking.
Yes.
Uh, it's so good.
Great
The concentration
performances.
camp Earhart shit is just
Yeah.
like the funniest shit
So
ever. Like
funny.
he's so happy to like be known as the concentration camp guy.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just trying to stall. He's like trying to stall and he like leaves the room. So
Uh,
they call me concentration camp Earhart, eh? And it's like
bro.
the the conversation is like not going anywhere. And it's
Yeah.
like, how do they not know he's stalling? Because it's so like, he's saying it over and over. It's like
Oh, it's
working
so
every time.
good. It's so good.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that. And then
Shit. I could laugh. Like I'm
I
laughing.
know.
That's how you know the movie's so good.
Like
Like we're laughing just
I
thinking
want to
about it.
go
Every
watch
time
it
that
like
movie gets
right
brought
now.
up.
Like I could watch
I
that
know,
movie
bro.
forever. Like I think that
It's
would
on
be my
Criterion. It's
yeah.
oh fuck.
That would be my what do you call it? Like like desert island movie. Like I would bring that. All right. Then I watched Project Hail Mary in theaters. Everyone.
Oh
I
see.
no, no. All right. I think this movie's bad. I think it's a bad movie, and we are going to talk about it either next week for our next episode, or we're going to do a short list podcast that'll come out later this week when Eli sees the movie because he hasn't seen it because he's a lazy bitch and didn't want to go to the theater.
Seeing it tomorrow morning, like bright and early. So
There we go.
I'm gonna see it for sure.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it soon. I have a lot of thoughts on it, and that'll be
Come
exciting.
in five
But
star. I already know it. And come in
yeah,
five
he's gonna
star.
give it 5 stars like everyone else. This movie has a 4.4 on Letterboxd.
Such bullshit. You see, it's higher rated than like 2001.
Oh my god.
What are we doing?
Don't get me
What are we
started.
doing?
Okay, that's
Okay,
it. Let's get into.
we could finally do the David Lynch thing.
Yep.
Here we are with we put it in chronological order. Should we? Who's going first? Because
Let's
I
flip
think we
a
both
coin.
want to go first.
Yeah. Wait.
We-
So
we
we're
both
doing
wanna go
snake
first.
draft. So the second gets 2 picks.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
Should we?
I think because the first pick is so valuable here.
Maybe just for the
I-
first round, we'll do snake. Does that work?
So like it would be like, let's say I won the toss. So it'd be me, you, me, you, me, you.
Yeah.
Me, like that. Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first is so important.
I don't know. You know,
I don't think you would pick what I want.
I think. Do you want the
You might
first
know it.
pick?
Sure.
All right. I'll give you the first
Because
pick.
I'm just scared you're gonna take this. So I'll be dragging them over. We have 5 slots for 10 movies each. We'll both discuss why we love it. I think we both are consensus we love Lynch.
Lynch is probably top 5 for me.
He's definitely in the top 10. It's hard. Like with directors, it's so hard to like
It is
make
so
a
hard.
definitive list.
I think
so
I
many
could
great-
confidently say top 5.
Okay.
I don't know. Like around top. It wouldn't be crazy to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
top 5.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Okay, so with my first pick, I will be going with Inland Empire.
I knew you were going to do that. And you know what? I think like if we're having the audience like pick the winner, I'm very happy with this. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Like this is probably like the most absurd Lynch movie.
yeah.
I-
I-
It's not my
it's
favorite.
great.
It's not my favorite. It's my second favorite. It was my favorite for a long time. I think it's one of the scariest movies ever.
Yeah.
There's a jump scare in it that was so scary. I started crying. I was watching with my buddy and he hated it. It's just such a like for someone who doesn't know Lynch, like we're just sitting. It's a long movie. And
Yeah.
we're sitting there and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Right? But then you get to that scene. I'm not gonna discuss it because like I think just going into this movie blind and seeing that movie blind will fucking freak you out. Anyways, we get into that scene, and the way that Lynch directs it is he literally gets you in such a great trance. Like you're just tranced into it. And even though my friend wasn't super into it, it scared the bejesus out of us. And he was my roommate, and we're like, "What the fuck?" And it like stays there for a while. Like it doesn't just it's not like a jump scare that's there and then it's gone. It's a jump scare that's there and then it lingers and it's scarier as it stays. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? And I felt like a darkness hit the room. Like I felt like Satan was with me. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Really scary movie. I love everything Lynch is doing with it. It's just like endlessly like digest. Like you can pick apart so many things, like the rabbit stuff, the homeless conversation. The Russian arc is super weird and trance. Like the way that he's filming, knowing that this is Lynch's final movie,
Yeah.
is interesting too. It's like, whoa, this is like what he wanted to leave the world with, I guess. Like this is boom, 10 movies gone.
Yep.
Kind of just now realized he did the Tarantino
I
thing.
just thought of that too.
Let's think about what Tarantino could possibly make, because I feel like this is on like par to like okay, you can tell it's a Lynch movie, but it's like it's so surreal that this is like a movie that's. I mean, I wouldn't say it's comprehensible because it's very confusing. Um,
Yeah.
but it definitely has everything Lynch. It like has a bit of Mulholland Drive, has a bit of
Yeah.
Lost Highway, has a bit of
Totally.
all his movies combined. It's just like to me, it's his magnum opus, which I feel like even though it's not my favorite, I have to put it number one. Um, because I think I could survive with my favorite. Maybe I'm scared now for my favorite to be taken.
Yeah. Huh. I think I have to. Okay, well, I also love Inland Empire. My takeaway from Inland Empire, for some reason, like Grace Zabrisky's performance, I always think about, and then obviously Laura Dern and Justin Theroux, and he is just that is just like the most Lynch movie. Like it's
I think
I've
so.
been wanting to rewatch it for forever. I think it's gonna be
It's
really
not a
high.
rewatchable film, though. I don't think. Like I think I have to like
No,
stay away for some years. Like I almost have to be in a Lynch rut.
yeah,
Like I have to be like I have to be like, okay, I haven't watched a bunch of Lynch. Let's watch this movie of his. Let's watch this. I'm like, man, Lynch is really good. Let's revisit Inland Empire. It would never be like a cold rewatch. I'd have to like kind of. It's like an easier way into every single time
yeah.
type of film.
Yeah, it's been a few. I think it's been a few years for me though, or at least, it's been a while. So I really want to watch
So
it.
good, so good.
Yeah. So, man, this is tough. This is really tough.
You
I
can't go wrong though.
I
So
I know, but I could, because I am
you're
gonna
right.
be pissed if I don't get like I have to go Mulholland Drive. I'm gonna go Mulholland Drive. You have to. It's incredible. Like like it's Mulholland Drive. It's the shit. Naomi Watts giving like and Laura Herring giving like top tier performances. It's iconic. It's Mulholland Drive. Like the what's the freaking uh place called that they like the the place like the
Which place? Like the diner or the
no like oh my god.
as
I
he's thinking, I like Mulholland Drive. It's not top three Lynch for me. Um, I own the Criterion for it. I enjoy rewatching it. It's like endlessly enjoyable. I think it's one of the cooler movies to rewatch a second time because again, it's really confusing. I would suggest if like you've seen it already and you're confused and you looked it up and you haven't seen it in a while, I would honestly say like this might be a hot take. I hope I don't piss Luke off by saying this, but like you've already seen the movie, right? So just like look up what the movie means before you rewatch it, and
yeah,
then
that pissed
and
me
then
off. Don't do
rewatch it.
that. Don't do that. Don't do
Exactly.
that. Don't do
See,
that.
I didn't do that when I rewatched it, but it's just like that's the reason why it never clicks with me every single time. Like if it just clicked with me because it's just so hard to understand even after a rewatch. Like a rewatch, I was like, I still don't fucking get this, and I look it up after. I'm like, wow, this is a masterpiece. But then it's like while I was watching it, I didn't like it that much. It's only after like revealed it, like that's when it was so great. So it just can never be top. Like it'll have to be to where I have to rewatch so many times. I understand it at some point, to where it's like okay, like that. Then it'll enter my top three or whatever. It's a great movie though. It's so fun. It's such a fun movie.
I was
I
thinking of
watched it
Club
high.
Silencio. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes, that seems amazing.
I just couldn't fucking think. Sorry. Yeah, it's small. That's the shit. I think it's my
Okay, so it's a
favorite.
snake draft, right? So you got to go again.
Yeah, I kind of regret this because I don't like the pressure. Man.
I mean, we can go back and forth, right? Like, I feel like you wouldn't have like. Now that I'm looking at this, like the number one wasn't like that. It would have been different if like we both had. the same number one and we're fighting for that number one,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
would make sense.
You
So up to
know,
you. We can do
yeah.
whatever.
I think we did. I think those are the top two, honestly. Like those
Okay.
are the two that should be picked
Yeah.
first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
ish. It was crazy to say with this filmography, but I think I'm just gonna go Fire Walk with Me
Okay.
for the second. Um, I think this movie is kind of perfect. I I I think it's one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. It's
Oh, for sure.
so I really, the more I watch it, the more I really love Lynch kind of starting the movie with completely different characters and kind of because he's always doing that, especially in Twin Peaks, is kind of like subverting like expectations of maybe he like especially if you've seen The Return, very much what I'm talking about is starting the TV spin-off with none of the characters is is a is bold, and I think it sets up. I love it because it feels kind of in a way um like another like a parallel world, right? Which Twin Peaks, it's kind of what it is. So I don't know. There's so much that I appreciate about that movie. I think um yeah, I mean the you want to spend a day with Laura Palmer, and like it's a great character, and there's I think
One of the
it
best. One of the best characters.
yeah, and Lynch is using kind of like his space, like his like kind of like like there's obviously like the ceiling fan, and like he's using like these empty spaces and like the port painting on the wall that she goes into, and there's so much about this movie that's just so brilliant. Yeah, I mean Donna shouldn't
I
have been
think,
recast, but other than that,
yeah, that was one thing. Like the recastings were very strange for me. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Um, Kind of took me out of the world a little bit because I had been in Twin Peak land for like 2 weeks straight binging the show, and then like having that, it's like because I'm just like a sucker for like keeping it the same the whole
yeah, of
time,
course,
because then it makes the world feel more real. Because then you're like, oh, this is actually you're like, oh, this is a TV show. Whereas like I've been living with these characters and like it feels so real. That's why I love Twin Peaks. It's like why it's in my top 5 shows ever because it's just like it could be a boring episode and I would love it just because I'm sitting with these characters. Like the characters are just so fun. Um, I loved Fire Walk with Me. I when I first watched it, I gave it 4.5, and then like the next day, I put it down to a 4. Mostly because my expectations were not met, and that's not anyone's fault but mine. It's I think it's the show hyping it up so fucking much. Like I like knew Fire Walk with Me is after season 2. I knew we were gonna get to that point. We don't see Laura Palmer really ever, except for like the actually never really.
yeah,
It's all hearsay, and you're like, man, Laura Palmer, like this and this and this. You're like, man, what the fuck was she like? It's super cool. And you get to it, and I agree. I do like the starting off with different characters with like, you know, um, and like that's chill. Like I don't care, but like make the movie like 4 hours long then, or something. It's like I felt like I didn't spend enough time with Laura Palmer, and we got the story, but it just didn't feel like all that revealing. Like it for sure is like super sad, and like I think it's like one of the most bleak movies ever. Like it's just so fucking depressing that like you just want to like stare at a wall for 4 hours after. Um, it just felt like a letdown after like so many episodes to be like, okay, we're gonna spend like an hour and a half with Laura Palmer, you know, when the runtime was like exciting me. It's like, oh, you get to spend 2 hours and 17 minutes with Laura Palmer. It did add more lore, which is cool. Um, did like tie up some loose ends for sure. Um, but do you think it would have been more interesting to reveal like the killer in the movie, or do you like that they did it in the show so early
um,
on? That's what when I first started Twin Peaks, I thought that's what was going to happen. the whole show is going to be a mystery, and then right before they find it out, it would show us the movie, and then the movie like tells us the story.
I think there's I mean, I think the movie is working in like the framework that you know who it is, and it makes it really scary because of that. Like,
Sure.
the dinner table scene and stuff like that. So, you know, like y- I mean, that'll be sick. I just, there's the thing about Twin Peaks that I think is so interesting is that it doesn't really like take those kind of like franchise routes that like
Yeah.
maybe a big thing like would. It's like, oh, the movie, now you're gonna find out it like is, it's have you seen the Return? Okay. um I don't know why I forgot if you had or not, but
I need to so
yeah,
bad. It looks gorgeous. It looks stunning.
it's incredible. um yeah, so like I think like even what you're saying, like of it's not about, there's not that much Laura Palmer, and it's the show, it's the movie, like, oh, finally you get to see Laura Palmer, and it's starting without Laura Palmer. Like I think that's the Twin
Oh yeah.
Peaks essence that and I think the I'm not giving anything away really, but I think the Return, you'll see that what I mean by that more, and there's just something about that that I love so much because I don't like TV, and so it's like anti-television in a way. Like it's like doing it's like the antithesis of like all of those other things that have drawn a fan base to like wait for shit to happen, or like things to be revealed, and it still like
Yeah.
withholds a lot. And um yeah, so I don't know, I kind of like that it's not, the that the movie's not the reveal. But and it's a great part of the show too. um I wonder if that would make the show worse if it wasn't revealed, although it does take a decline after it is. But
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like,
like by the end of the
I mean,
show, like the season 2, I don't know, it's kind of
yeah, that
like,
would be cool. Like last episode, season two, like reveals or something. I don't
yeah,
know. I can't say anything because like I still loved it.
yeah,
I'm just saying I would have done it differently. I don't hate it because doesn't do that. That's just why Firewalk with Me doesn't hit me as much. It hits me emotionally. It just doesn't hit me thematically tied to the rest of the show. Because like I was so fucking hyped for that movie. It was like top. Like I was so that's like the reason I watched Twin Peaks was to watch Firewalk with Me. Like that
that's funny,
literally, that's why I watched it.
dude. I
Um,
watched Fire Walk with Me first.
yeah, you told me that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever done. Don't do
But
that.
you don't remember it. You don't remember,
No,
right?
I didn't,
So like
because
it
I was
didn't
like,
impact anything.
yeah, I don't know why. I think I had dumbest thing I've ever done. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it. All right.
Okay, so are we doing snake draft the whole time, or are we going back and forth now?
We're going back and forth, I think.
Okay. Um. Shit. I'm very nervous. I'm gonna go with my favorite. Then I have to. I'm gonna go with my favorite Lynch. I'm gonna go Blue Velvet here.
Oh shit. Dude, I don't know why. I thought you were going to do like Elephant Man or something.
No.
Oh
Blue
shit.
Velvet is my favorite Lynch.
Damn it. I wanted
Uh,
Blue Velvet.
okay, so I'm glad I got it.
Fuck. I was going to
Yeah,
do that.
Blue Velvet is my favorite. Has like my favorite villain in cinema history. I think he's so fucking so crazy that it's like whoa. I think my review is like, how the fuck have I never heard of this character? Like it's a popular movie and no one's talking about this guy. Like you got to talk about like most evil men ever. Like what a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I love the colors Lynch uses. I love the high schoolness of it is so like
Mm-hmm.
campy. Like it's
Yeah.
just such a campy
Like the
movie. Like
chicken
the
walk.
yeah, the chicken walk, you got like the log, like it's like a log town, and then it's got like this noir feel, but it's like
Yeah.
kind of like pushing the
Underbelly.
boundaries. It's like Dude, Blue Velvet's so good. I
So
was
good.
gonna rewatch it like last night. I should have done it over Transformers. Or what am I thinking? Like priorities, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's still a movie I think about a lot. I think it's like maybe I think it's like the place to start for Lynch. Like if I were to tell someone to start with Lynch, I would say start with Blue Velvet.
I agree.
It's very accessible, while still giving you that Lynch feel. Um, whereas like if you started with like something like The Straight Story, you would be like probably get the wrong idea of who Lynch is. Or if you start with Inland Empire, you would probably be scared to death and just never watch a Lynch movie again because you're scarred. I think Blue Velvet's like a great medium of like a popular one that has that Lynch weirdness to it, but it
Yeah.
also has like that campy vibe of
You
like,
definitely feel
oh, it's like
gross.
an 80s,
Yeah.
it's like an 80s John Hughes movie if it went fucked. Like
Right.
like if
Yeah.
everyone was doing heroin, you know? So yeah, it's like why is it do you still see Blue Velvet over here?
Yeah, I do. But
That's
it's
hilarious. I
still on
think
the
I
left, so it's fine.
boom.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
there's two. Um, yeah, I love Blue Velvet so much. I think, yeah, it's incredible. It's Blue Velvet. It's one of my favorite movie like introductions. Like it starts with the, perfect
Rose?
suburban neighborhood, and it's super vibrant and like campy and like a it's like such it's so like polished and
The blue
beautiful.
house, the picket
Yeah,
fence,
the
the
picket
red
fence,
rose.
and then the guy um in the backyard with the hose, and then he just like falls over, collapses, and then the dog's like licking him, and then it just goes like into the ground, and it like you go into the ground, and it's like brilliant. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just Lynch in a nutshell. um
Mhm.
yeah, great. And the song In Dreams, is that what it's called, I think?
Yep. And dreams. And blue velvet.
Of course. And
Like
Isabella
both those songs.
Rossellini, Kyle
Yeah.
MacLachlan, Laura Dern, Dean Stockwell, yeah.
Dennis.
Dennis Hopper, of course.
And
Like the
Dennis Hopper,
greatest
that's
performance.
yeah, it's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That car scene, dude. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Scary as fuck, dude.
Isn't there like a funny ass line in that movie too? I forget
Yeah.
what it is. It's like talking about
I
like
will fuck you. Is that what it is? Or something like
no,
that?
it's like they're talking about like fast food or something. Or it's like fuck. I'm trying to think about what it is. It's like a soup. It's like before they enter the house.
He just says some crazy
Anyways,
shit. Yeah, he
yeah,
how you heard the story, like he read it and was like, I have to play this guy. Like I have to play Frank. Frank is me. Like Dennis Hopper said
that's
that. He's like, that
that's
guy is
hilarious.
literally me. I have to be him. Like, dude, you're a psycho.
Nice. Okay, what's your next pick here? I'm nervous.
All right. Oh man. All right. Let me.
Most filmmakers we'd already be out of good ones.
I know. It's not. I mean, it's
I see five more good ones.
yeah. I see 6. um. All right. Give me Eraserhead.
Let's fucking go.
Yup. I mean,
Nice.
it. Yeah, it's Eraserhead. It's his debut film. Um. Yeah, he got funding through like applying through the American Film Institute, I think, and then um, you know, made like this incredible movie that's surreal, and it just about kind of like fear of being a parent, and raising a child in kind of that like suburbanish way. And it's like it's freaky. There, the Eraserhead baby is,
Looks like an AirPod.
yeah, it looks like an AirPod, and it's annoying. And
It's so annoying, bro.
yeah, and
Holy.
there's great sound. The sound design is incredible.
But
Uh,
the use of dust is really cool with lighting.
Absolutely,
Like
lighting,
I love the dust.
sets, the use of kind of like
Prosthetics is cool too for the budget.
definitely, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
There's some great stuff. There's some. It's pretty gross. There's really gross
yeah,
things in this movie that I don't. Makes me. It makes you really uncomfortable. Lynch is so good at just like, you know, there's there's something like silly. I think a lot of his movies are like really funny, obviously, and like supposed to be funny, and but they can also like in an instant make you like super uncomfortable and like grossed out. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think Eraserhead is that, and yeah, I love it so
Cool.
much.
Well, I'm kind of glad I get my top three,
Ah,
which
shit.
is
I didn't want
amazing.
that to happen.
I get my top three Lynch movies. So to round it out, I'm getting Lost Highway,
Fuck,
which is my third favorite
dude.
Lynch. I think to me, Lost Highway is Mulholland Drive done better. I'm sorry. Um, I think it's like has more like to me it's more vibey. Like it's more fun to play with. Whereas Mulholland Drive is like they're both really fun and that they're both the same rating. It's just Lost Highway just has more fun stuff going on with it that like keep going back to of like I love the shots of the road. I love the fucking phone call sequences. I love the like the weird like garage thing is so like that whole plot line is really funny. It's again, it's a movie that I literally don't understand, but it's one of the movies that, unlike Mulholland Drive, where I like feel like I needed to understand it. Lost Highway, I just didn't even bother looking it up. I was like, you know what? I actually get it, even though I don't get it. Like it's like such a good time where it's like it's so confusing and it's so atmospheric. Where it's just like, yeah, I just had a great time watching it, and I don't even have to fucking know what the fuck this means. It's also like just not as popular, you know. Whereas like Mulholland Drive, like I felt like okay, I need to understand this so that I can be culturally impactful or like impacted by this, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I love Lost Highway. It's definitely like a movie that I'll rewatch soon, and that was the movie I watched um, the day David Lynch died. I found out he died. I cried and then watched Lost Highway, and it was
Yeah.
a
I had the
it was
same
a
thing and
great
then watched Twin Peaks, that episode
yeah,
one.
it was a great I don't know, it was a great it was like the last one I hadn't seen or something like that. Actually that's not true. I hadn't seen two others or three others actually. But yeah, I loved Lost Highway. So yeah, that's my pick. I got my top three, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a good top three. Fuck, I don't know. Uh, okay. Now, oh yeah, yeah. I kind of agree with everything Eli said about Lost Highway. Honestly, I don't have anything really to add. Um, oh man, I know what you're gonna take. So do I want to steal it from you just to fuck with you, or like take what I want? Uh, oh man, you know what? Like yours is probably the one you're gonna take is probably the one I'd have pretty low. So I'm gonna take.
I don't think you know what I'm gonna take.
Really? Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally like. I was like, dude, does he even like Lost Highway? Maybe I'll just pick Eraserhead. I feel like he'll pick something else. Um. All right, I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna go with my thoughts. I'm gonna pick Wild at Heart.
Cool.
Yeah, and I dude,
Sick.
this movie just rocks. Like, it's just like it's fun. It's not like my favorite Lynch. Um, you know,
Oh shit.
I think if, but like, high bar. But I love the movie. It's really great. I think he's doing. This guy loves the Wizard of Oz. He's got that thing going. And I think Nicolas Cage is great. He just like
Great ending.
yeah, it's a great ending. I think Nicolas Cage. and Laura Dern together in a David Lynch movie. Oh, Willem Dafoe is awesome too. Um, I think them together in a Harry Dean Stanton. We should talk about Harry Dean Stanton as like I think he's my favorite like Lynch member. Like whenever he shows up in a David Lynch movie, he is he's one of my favorite
Hmm.
actors. Um, I love him so much. Uh,
More than Kyle, eh?
Kyle MacLachlan.
You
Uh,
like Harry Dean Stanton more
I,
than
I
Kyle
mean,
MacLachlan?
I mean,
In
I'm just
Lynch?
I'm thinking Kyle MacLachlan. I think of like the lead, right? Like his like muse kind of thing, and then I think he has like his cast. Same with Laura Dern, right? And then I think he has his cast of like guys that are like his cat like Grace
Yeah.
Zabriskie. Um,
I think Kyle MacLachlan though, I think was like born to be in a Lynch movie. Like he's like so perfectly created out of the womb to be that kind of person.
yeah,
Harry Dean Stanton is just like good in anything. Like he's just so good. Like I love him in Paris, Texas. I fucking love him in anything he touches. Um, and he's a great side. I'm not saying he's not good in Lynch specifically. It's just I just every time Kyle pulls up,
well, that's what
doesn't
I'm
matter
saying
if
is
he's
like I'm thinking of them differently. Like I'm having like Kyle
yeah
MacLachlan
yeah
and Laura Dern over here, and then the cat like his people. I'm like out of like
yeah yeah
his recurring
yeah yeah. Okay,
side
yeah, I can agree with
characters.
that. I can agree with that.
Um, Probably my favorite of his is the Straight Story. But aside from that,
Mm.
um, yeah, Wild at Heart, awesome. That's my pick.
Like when I like my favorite scene in that is when Wicked Game by Chris Isaac is playing and he's just driving in the night. I'm like, oh my god, just have a whole movie of just like driving in the car, some cool car sounds, nice. His outfit's super sick. Like it would be so sick. Like I love that scene. Um, yeah. So for my next pick, I'm going The Straight Story.
Nice.
So
Fuck,
the
I
reason why
wanted that.
So the reason why I wanted the straight story, I have Elephant Man higher rated, but
Are you fucking with me?
the straight story, no, the straight story adds some diversity to my list, which is I feel like I need.
Yeah.
Like the elephant there, it's like I'm getting way too bleak, bro. Like there's like all those are very deep, and I fucking love the straight story. Like it's just such a fun movie. I love the music. I love the concept of it. It's super sweet. I love the people we meet along the way. Um, I think it's also even better knowing it's a Lynch movie. Like I think like if some random ass guy directed this movie, it wouldn't like impact me as much. And like knowing that David Lynch directed a fucking Disney movie is like really
Yeah, I love telling people
sweet.
that. Like, you should
And it
watch this
and
one. It's made by Disney.
it also like shows you like it kind of gets you into like you can kind of defend Lynch's character after you watch that movie. You're like, okay, he's not completely fucked in the head. Like he has some humanistic traits and
Yeah.
he can be sweet. It's just he's chosen to be spontaneous with his filmmaking, and that's fine.
Yeah, he's a
And this is
very
where he like
kind of simple. He likes the
this is where he
simple
slows down. It's
simplicity.
like it to me it feels like I wish I kind of watched this the day he died because then it kind of feels like him just sitting on his lawn smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee, and then like waving to you and then he fades away. Like that's just like the
Yeah.
straight story to me feels like the great the it's like you get to see inside his heart,
Yes,
like
absolutely.
truly.
It
So
might
I
also be like the most Lynch kind of thing. And, I think we talked
yeah,
about that, right?
it
Like,
is just weird, like as a concept. Like let's do a road trip
yeah,
story with a lawnmower. Like that's pretty cool. But there's also just like moments I think back on it. I'm like, this is just like kind of so camp. Like if I watch this as a kid, like I think about when he's like flying down the hill on his
yeah,
lawnmower and he can't brake. Like there's something so like corny and cute about it, and
yeah,
like the way that where he lands up is like where he stays for a couple of days, and like he builds a relationship there. I'm like, this is like kind of cute. It kind of reminds me of like the Little Rascals or something.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
some
Like
like
it feels
quirky little
Disney
cute
in that
thing.
way, but like
Yeah.
still with the Lynchness. Like it's
Yeah.
not it's not conventional. I mean, it's more conventional, but it Lynch is there. Like there's not a
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the movie you don't feel him,
That
and
was behind the camera
he
for sure.
has these brilliant, like incredible landscape shots in the straight story, and it's also just like the sweetest movie. Like the ending made me so emotional. Like I love
Yeah.
that fucking ending, dude. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Um. Okay, I think I know what you're gonna pick. So.
Yeah, give me Dune. I'm just kidding. Give me,
Yeah,
give
you said
me.
it, guys. You said it. I have to bring it over here. Fuck.
I gotta
Fuck,
take
no.
Elephant Man.
Yeah, I
And
think the biggest thing is we I think we both knew Dune's last.
yeah, yeah, it kind of screws you with the snake draft. Then I didn't really think about it, but
Yeah.
sucks to
No, it's
suck.
whatever. I got my top three and the straight story. I'm feeling good. And I mean, I hate Dune, but
Yeah, it's I like Dune more than you, considerably. So
yeah.
it probably should belong on mine, but
No,
it
no.
didn't work that way.
It's
So sorry.
yeah. Um yeah, the Elephant Man, that's a great pick. It's kind of weird that this is the ninth pick.
Yeah, I
That the
know
Elephant Man
it's
was picked ninth.
bizarre. Movie's
Like,
really good.
whoa. This is what I'm saying. He has nine great movies, and then he has fucking Dune. So it's like
Yeah, yeah, I
that.
agree.
This
Yeah,
like this could literally go like any way. I could have picked like fucking Elephant Man first, honestly. You know, if I'm feeling like sad that day.
right. Yeah,
But yeah, the Elephant Man. Why do you like the Elephant Man?
I mean,
Um,
I mean, it was a. I love the story of Mel Brooks, who produced Elephant Man. Um, I think like David Lynch was kind of like in talks to do it, and then Mel Brooks like wanted to watch Eraserhead before, like, to get an idea of who the director was that was gonna make it, and so it was just like Mel Brooks in a room like watching it, and David Lynch was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna get to direct this movie because this guy's not gonna like Mel Brooks isn't gonna like Eraserhead, and then Mel Brooks came out of it like that's the most get that guy like I like that is the guy for the movie like that's this movie's so brilliant and I don't know. I think that's very sweet, and he kind of is. It's an odd. When I watched it, I thought it was such an odd thing for Lynch to do. I think because I didn't fully understand his like sentimentality. Is that a word? Like
yeah,
around just people, and he really is just such a empathetic person, I think. And I mean, I think you feel that in a lot of his movies when you really go into them. um and it really is everything. It's so sweet, and so I mean it's hard to watch at times, just like any Lynch. You feel a lot in the
but
Elephant
it's
Man.
such a in such a different way.
I know, yeah.
It's like you. That's what's so cool. Is like you could tell like Lynch, no matter what, will make you like want to kind of turn it off in a different way. Like for example, Dune, like you literally want to turn it off because it's shit.
Hey.
But like Elephant Man, it's like really sad. The straight story makes you like, man, like I'm gonna die one day. This is sad as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm getting away. Like they're all different. I could explain to you why you want to turn off for each of the movies. That's what makes them so good. I think that's cinema at its best. That's why
Yes.
Gaspar Noé is like my favorite director. Is because like he makes you want to fucking turn off the TV.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted to bring up Simon Pegg. um has this famous clip in the Criterion Closet picking up Blue Velvet, and he just says like kind of the like he kind of articulates the essence of just cinema in general, I guess, but like Lynch and Blue Velvet applies, where he was like, yeah, entertainment's like an overrated function of art, and this movie wants you to be uncomfortable, and I'm gonna butcher it, so I'll stop there. But like, go watch Simon Pegg's Criterion Closet, like,
Yeah.
because I think that is like a really valuable thing, and you were kind of touching on that.
Yeah, I also think the best acting in a Lynch movie happens in Elephant Man. Um, yeah, I would say so.
Interesting.
Like, I think John Hurt is so fucking good in it.
Yeah.
The way that he's acting with his voice and his eyes, because he has so much prosthetics, but the way that he's using his eyes and his like when you do see them, it's like, and also is like his physicality
Yeah.
of like when he's covered up and like the way he's walking, it's like whoa, like
Yeah.
there's a shyness, like there's almost like a guilt of being alive that he plays
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that's like so sad. Um like I'm like I was just like kind of looking over at the poster here on my screen and thinking about the movie, and like I'm really sad right now.
Yeah.
Like this movie is very depressing.
Yeah.
The ending is
I love the
so
ending, but
the ending is
yeah.
so great. Um
Uh, but yeah,
and
that
it makes it sad that it's a true story too. Like it's like fuck. Like this is
yeah,
real. That's what makes it worse.
I know.
Um
You can't even imagine what the real story was kind of, or the real, Joseph Merrick was kind of.
oh yeah, probably a lot happened worse, I assume, to that guy than like what was on screen.
I
Like
know.
people were fucking brutal.
Yeah, totally.
Um
But that is, an interesting point. Like he's so covered up, and then like his face, and then bringing the performance kind of has to be with the eyes and the physicality. That
turns
is,
around and he just screams at the crowd and he's like, I am not an animal. I'm like, oh shit, bro. Like he's like it's weird because like he's playing so, like I said, guilty the whole movie, and then he kind of like takes initiative there in that scene to like he like admits to himself in that moment that he's human, which is so strange because like he
yeah,
hasn't done that the whole movie. He's kind of like accepted everyone else's thoughts, but when he's surrounded by all these people and they're following him like he's some like fucking rat in the street or some like magician, like that's when he's like, no, like I'm sorry, I'm a human too, and that to me is really sad about that scene. It's more about him. It took him that long to figure that shit out,
yeah,
you know.
definitely.
Fucking brutal movie.
All right,
Which
now
leaves me with another brutal
what's your
movie.
pick, and tell us why you love Dune and why you picked it.
So, I mean, this is a hard choice here. Like, can I pick the blackness over here, like this black screen? Can I bring it over? No, Dune's not that bad. Dune's better than nothing, you know. Uh, that's a stretch of a comment there. But Dune, I really do not like Dune. I wanted to be like one of those like people. It's like known to be like not that good. Um, I wanted to be like those people that are a little different and be like, you know what? I like Dune. You know, I wanted to be like that. Like, you know what? It's better than Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Fuck Denis. But like, I just can't. Like, there's something about like the CGI is really bad. I also like the biggest thing to me is the pacing. This is what makes the movie so bad. Is that it is like it's not a short movie, but it's packing so much shit to where they even like midway through the movie they had to like do a narration. This happened and then this happened and then this happened and then this happened and then they get to the ending. It's like because you have to follow what Denis did with two full movies. And those movies are like both 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's 5 hours and 20 minutes that Denis worked with for the first novel. And then Lynch worked with like 2 hours and 10
Yep,
minutes.
and a studio up his ass.
And the studio up his ass in a time where that movie should not have been made. Like technology wasn't ready enough yet. And then we also have to talk about Jodorowsky. Like this is like everything. Like I haven't seen the Jodorowsky's Dune thing, like the documentary yet.
Yeah, I
Because
have.
I'm afraid I'm gonna give it a 5 star and just be like, fuck Denis. Like I think I need to wait till after Dune Part 3 because like I already went through the first two like unbiased. I felt like if I watched Jodorowsky's Dune like documentary, I'd be like, you know what? Man, those could have been better. And then I watched Dune 3, I'm like, fuck this. I have to go through it unbiased how I went to it the first two. So I don't know, like Dune, the acting isn't great. The CGI, they're like at the beginning though, I actually kind of thought it was kind of camp. Like I felt like I felt like I was watching Star Wars again. Like there's something like
Yeah.
weird about the CGI being weird. Like forget like someone had like a surrounding thing that surrounded them, and I thought that was like so bad it was funny, but it was good at the same time. Um, but then after like the initial like opening scene, I was like, fuck this shit. Like I was like so bored out of my mind. I was like, oh man, I'd rather watch Inland Empire right now. Like
Well, yeah.
sober.
Um,
Yeah. So those are
I I I think, you know, do I really like the CGI actually. I like the effects and I like the production design and I like all that stuff. And like that's where I feel Lynch like there's some like effects like that are like bizarre that I think is like really fun and like keeps me really in it and like um I like a lot about it like 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 technically speaking that like keeps me interested. It is like narratively a train wreck. Like it is a like super obviously messy movie. Like you don't like it is super messy. But it doesn't matter that much to me, honestly. Like cuz I'm still interested in like the Dune story is interesting. And like that's why I even like, am still will probably always be positive on like the Denis movies is because I think that story is like good. Like it's just a really interesting story. And so I was watching it like this. I think Dune, the David Lynch Dune starts with the princess narrating in like space and she's just like floating in space or something. And I fucking love that. Even though it's like it's like fitting in the essence of like the movie is it's like 2 hours 16 minutes and it has to have so much in it, and so it's like, oh, a narrator has to explain, and then it like there's a weird point like maybe like an hour and a half in or something, and then it kind of like jumps to like you can tell like what a Dune part 2 and like part 3 ish is kind of doing, and it's just like it's really weird, like it's jarring, and it's really just it doesn't work. um but I really fuck with like a lot of like the 80s, like you said that it's like shouldn't be made, but I love that vibe. Like I love those like 80s kind of like sci-fi movies, and so I'm into it in that way. Like I love the aesthetic of it all,
yeah.
and so I come away enjoying it. It is a drag in times just because it's so messy and like it's kind of a disaster in that way. um so I definitely get why people hate it because it is like it's dude, you're watching, you're just like, damn, what the fuck, like, well, what, how did this how did they fuck this up so bad, like,
Yeah.
um and David Lynch talks about it like a dead kid or something like
A dead kid that he killed. Like he's glad it's dead.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like that. He's like talking about the dead kid. Like he's glad he's dead. It's like, yeah,
It
my son
seems
died, and it's better
Kyle,
that way.
yeah, it seems Kyle's still sort of proud of it. I think because I mean that's the time it was the first collaboration with David,
Yeah, I think it's just like the beginning. I think it's
right?
like the actual filmmaking of it. Like it's different for an actor than like for the actual filmmaker because like
Yeah,
it's kind of on like it's like again it's on Lynch's filmography. I guarantee you he would love to have it erased.
uh,
You know,
Kyle or David?
David. Like
David,
David would
yeah,
probably be glad to have it erased from his filmography and like have like that perfect. I
probably,
mean,
yeah.
I wonder. I think Tarantino would probably want Death Proof erased. You know, like
Really, I thought he liked Death Proof.
he liked it, but he says it's his worst movie, and it's like out of character for him.
Okay, that guy
So
sucks. I hate that guy.
I like I like how confident he is about his own work. Fucking worst movie.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah. So that's our David Lynch list. I picked Inland Empire, Blue Velvet, Lost Highway, The Straight Story, and David Lynch's Dune. So yeah.
I picked Mulholland Drive, Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, Eraserhead, Wild at Heart, and The Elephant Man. So let us know who you think won, please.
Yeah, who won the draft
Yeah.
here? I got stuck with uh the consensus loser at the end, but I did get my top three. And Luke has like, I think you have like the
Really?
artsy
I thought
picks.
you did, kind of. I think
No,
you
because
do.
you have a Racerhead, Wild at Heart, and Mulholland.
I think
Like
Mulholland's
I
just
mean,
popular. Like, that's the popular one.
yeah, that's a popular pick.
Like, that's just the pop. You have Inland Empire and Lost Highway. Like, I think Lost Highway is, that's kind of picking up
Yeah.
steam in
Also,
our.
like the straight story, like no one knows about that shit really. Like
Yeah,
in the
I think that might cost you actually. I think you have Dune and the Straight Story, which are probably people's least favorite. Like people
yeah,
don't
you're
like the
right.
Straight Story, even though like we both love it, but
Yeah.
people think of that
Hey
as like
man.
not a Lynch movie, which is wrong.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll
So
see. You do have Blue
yeah, we'll
Velvet.
see. We'll see. I might get like 100% votes for me. Like that's what I'm hoping for. Okay. We'll probably do more drafts. Let us know if you guys want like other filmmakers drafts. Like I'm trying to think of the what are some filmmakers that we actually have finished. I think Wes Anderson, uh Tarantino, PTA. Those are the big ones. Like we could like it's hard to do like Kurosawa because like he has so much
Yes,
shit,
yeah,
and like we've seen different ones by him, or
yeah.
Bergman's like the same way. Like they have
They
so
have to
much
have
shit.
kind of concise filmographies.
Yeah, concise, like slow, like
M Night
um
maybe.
M Night. I'm close because I have like his three like lower ones. Like I have Airbender,
Oh,
and
okay.
then Pray with Anger, and then his other bad one or
Yeah,
other
this
early
Wide
work.
Awake or something.
Yeah, Wide Awake or
Something.
something. So
I don't
like
know.
those are
Where's
the
the
three
other
I
one?
have left, and all three of those don't they don't sound very exciting. But if we have a lot of people that want an M Night list, then it'll encourage me to finish those off. I think Denis, I have finished. I think I've finished Denis,
I think
except
I
for
do.
August. Never mind.
Oh
I
wait, yeah,
haven't
I think
finished
I
Fallen.
definitely do have Denis.
Yeah, and I think that would be a very interesting draft because I think you would be surprised by like some of these that I have higher for sure.
Okay.
Um, okay, but let's talk about Andrei Tarkovsky's Andrei Rublev, which you watched, and I was actually you gave it a 4 star, which is good for you. But I remember seeing the score. I was busy at the time. I was like just walking, and then I saw and I almost fell on my knees. I was like, "Damn, only
Oh
four."
no.
Like I was like
Uh,
kind of surprised that you didn't like it more, but I mean, a 4 is still great. I'm not like hating on it. I'm glad you
yeah,
liked it.
I
But
understand.
yeah,
I understand.
break it down.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the episode, you talked about a movie you watched that you wanted to watch like right after again. That's how I
You
feel,
want to rewatch Andrei Rublev again?
believe it or not. I mean, I obviously for obvious reasons I didn't, but
Yeah.
I really do. And so I watched it early in the morning. I kind of woke up because it's a long movie and I wanted to watch it in one sitting and I just don't have, right now it's just easier for me in the morning to do that. And so I did it, but I I don't know, it's not I don't sometimes those movies like that are great in the morning in my opinion. But this one I think it was a night movie. Um I don't
Yeah, I
know.
watched it.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I I don't know. I was in the headspace at the beginning, but I kind of I just feel like, because I obviously I wanted to, I was on the, I wanted to hit the five, of course, from what you said. And it was just kind of a thing where I don't think it was a headspace for what was going on for it to get there, right? It needs to be perfect. Like everything needs to be perfect, right? Um, that being said, I mean it's really good. You know, I think, I mean it's a long movie. We could go into a lot of details about a lot of things that happen. Um, there's yeah, there's just a lot of there's things that happen that are really interesting. I mean, I'll there's kind of like the pagan scene. There's the battle scene that is sort of jarring, and really good, really well done, and interesting because Andre Rublev is not there. And I mean, that's a lot of the movie, which I really like, especially when after the battle. Um, should I? I don't want to spoil it, but something, after the battle, right? Something changes, and um, it's where his character really gets fascinating for me. Um, and yeah, so I mean, I love the movie. I think what it really comes down to is a level of It's I think it's a lot more about faith and religion, and I am an atheist, and so but I'm fascinated and I love religion and I love movies about religion. And so it's not like this movie's, I'm not religious, so it's a 2 star, right? I'm fascinated by religion, and I think it's always super interesting in movies. And so, but a lot of it is just like it's not going to hit me as personally maybe as for you, even though a lot of like religious themed movies often have kind of like universal themes that I think definitely apply to me in some cases. um but I just think like it, I was thinking like I just think this is maybe a movie more for you than for me, which is different than maybe how you thought of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's different because I don't see Andrei Tarkovsky as like a follower, like as a believer. I think he's coming at it with a want to believe, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he wants to believe, but he can't. So I think that's more inherently interesting, and I think
Yes.
like it's like it's like him like kind of circling through it, and I just think it's so crazy that that's his second movie.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like bonkers. The filmmaking I think is done insanely well. I also love how there are really important moments where Rublev isn't there,
Yeah.
because I think it's like how those moments impact, like how your environment impacts your art, is really cool, and like your personality. Um, I also love like the the contrast between silence and chaos. Like there's great moments of silence, and then there's great moments of chaos. I think the outdoors is like everything that like filmed by that water, like the reflection, the tracking shots that Tarkovsky's doing, are fucking nuts. So I think like on a technical level, it's perfect. Um, and I'm just glad it wasn't boring. Like I definitely was in that mindset, but it makes me happy that I did suggest it to you, and maybe you did watch it in like not the best mindset, because now you know what mindset you need to be in,
Yeah.
which will make that next watch more perfect.
Yes.
Um, so I'm excited for a random pop up to be like, I want to see a random 5 star on fucking Andrei Rublev on like a Tuesday morning. Like I'm like, whoa, he
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
like today was the day.
I like what I'm saying like about the religious stuff too is like it's also in a way where like I think there's a lot there in the movie. Like I think there's a lot. I mean, Tarkovsky is kind of just like a fucking genius, right? And there's just a lot. There's a lot to get from his movies, and so I took it as more of like a, way where it maybe has the idea of being like, with all said and done, like it is religious in a way. And I you know I think I think in another watch too, I just might see so much more, or like feel so much more about that, connect with it in a different way. Whether that's, thematically or with his character, or formally, because there was formal things that were interesting, but it wasn't, um it it wasn't like, it didn't totally blow me away, like in a way that I wanted it to. But
Mm.
I also, it's very good. Tracking shots are, Tarkovsky just does tracking shots really well, which I don't always love. You know, his kind of tracking shots, like moving, like kind of like crazy. But I really like it when he does it. But it's definitely something that I have to kind of like get used to with the film. And
Yeah.
I think something like Solaris, I just love formally a lot more, like the way he's using like images specifically. And um but I also like Solaris. It took me 2 watches. Like I needed to, I needed to watch it twice. And I think that's just kind of where I'm gonna be with Tarkovsky, is like, I think I'm just gonna need more
Yeah.
watches, which is kind of the sign of a great filmmaker. And so
I agree.
that's it's great in that. I'm like, it makes me happy in that way, because I'm
I
like,
think that's what makes Tarkovsky so interesting as a filmmaker, because people know him who like don't even aren't even like in film, like they don't even know film. Like I was talking to my friend over getting coffee, and I was talking about how I suggested you Andrei Rublev by Andrei Tarkovsky, and he goes, "Oh, I have this really great quote by Andrei Tarkovsky." I was like, "Whoa, what?" Like he
what?
just has a great quote by him. I'm like, "Oh, that's he just has it in the back of his mind." He goes, "Yeah, I live by that quote." I'm like, "Holy, like that's so
Wow.
sick."
What was the
Um,
quote? Do you know
I have to look it up now, eh?
it?
Um, but Andrei Tarkovsky to me is like um kind of like how he's like a classical, like you look at classic books, right? You look at like at Brothers Karamazov or Don Quixote. He's like working on that level in modern day art, which is
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
real, like so rare because he takes himself so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
Um,
Very serious guy, but he's incredibly philosophical in like that kind of way that, maybe feels like, like literature in a way.
yeah, he's like a literary. Oh man, he has so many quotes. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I think
hard
he
for
has
me
a
to like
lot of
actually
quotes.
is actually gonna be able to find it.
I wonder how he
Uh,
heard of like, cause I mean,
Oh, he's actually he watched he was telling me how he watched Stalker when he got his
okay.
wisdom teeth taken out.
What
I was
the
like,
hell?
that's a crazy way to watch
Was
it
he
for the
like a
first
little
time.
high?
Oh yeah, he was probably like he said he was laughing. I was like, dang, bro, this is I wish I watched it like that, bro. I watched when I got my wisdom teeth out. Watched Open season 1 and Open season 2,
That sounds great too.
and they were horrible. I was having a horrible time. I
Not
was like,
laughing?
no. Uh, I don't like this quote. Andre Karkovsky says about Stalker. He says the film needs to be slower and duller.
Dude, that guy is right.
Bro, what the hell? I love how he thinks like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can't find a quote, but he has
Disappointing.
so many quotes. But the fact that he has like this many quotes as like a filmmaker and they're all like actually smart
Yeah, he did other
shows you
things,
how
right?
he was.
Um, like, wasn't
He
he
was
an
an author too.
activist? Oh, he was an opera director.
Holy.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, it's a big movie. It's really good. It's just, Tarkovsky needs a couple watches. I think this one
Yeah,
especially because it's so it's big and there's a lot.
it's tackling a lot of stuff at once.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and the ending, um, you know, um, with the painting, great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's great at endings.
yeah. He
Like
knows what he's
Stalker's
doing.
ending, like Stalker's ending is like amazing to me.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, happy end.
Happy End by Neosora. Let's hear it.
I think I was just on such a high. I do love it. I'm not like knocking it down. 4.5 is like great on first watch. I will say I'll get into some more lore
Yeah,
of why this movie's special to me. Of the opening little bit where they go to a like a garage rave, I guess.
yeah,
That shit, the DJ that is playing. So a little bit about him. If you ever notice, he has a scar on his head. He was a construction worker, and he's like one of my favorite DJs. Like he has a great boiler room that gets me hype every time. He's so sick. He's like very progressive in the world of house music, and I'm like big into techno and house. But basically, this guy, um, he was working as like a construction worker his whole life. And he always wanted to DJ, but like he just never did it. And then he got cancer, and they told him that he had 3 months to live. So he
damn,
quit. He quit his job and just started full time DJing. And now he's been a big DJ for 4 years and didn't die. And
damn,
it's like he's like been living off his music. And so when I saw him, I was like, holy shit! Like the idea that Neo Sora's dad is like maybe one of the best classical pianists I've ever heard, and then he like knows ball like this. I was like, I knew I was in good hands from the beginning. Um, I loved the sound design of that scene. I love the sound design in every scene. I think pictorially it looks fucking brilliant. Like I think I've never seen Japan look that, or like Tokyo look that beautiful. It like doesn't even feel real. Like the sky, like it's almost always at this like sunset state. Um, the buildings feel like they're glowing. The city feels utterly empty, but also so chaotically desperate at the same time. Like there's like no people in the streets, but then there's like these riots, like and earthquakes, and the, so much is like left unsaid. But and the core friend group is fucking. I love the core friend group. I
yeah,
wish I had friends like that.
yeah,
Um, I love how there's like every character has like this side piece, like the one cool guy, like the shorter guy with like the bobbed hair, like he actually
yeah.
ends up dating the girl, and I'm like, whoa, this is like a cool little side plot. I also love how you you're like you feel like you're in. You can tell I love this movie. Like I just like the way that they have like these. Every friend group has a little thing, and I like how they like speak for other conversations. Like they're peering into a different conversation, and then they're speaking for them. The first time it happened, I thought we were actually listening to those people, and then it cut to them peeking through the windows. Like that is so cool, and it just kept coming up in like a cute way when they were downstairs talking. This friend group is able to have so much fun, but then there's also like the desire to do more with your life for the main character, and then the desire to have friend for Yuta. And Yuta to me is like an embodiment of me. I felt like so much like him, like where he just like wants his art and wants to have fun and doesn't care about if the world's gonna end or not. Like like that's all he cares about is being with his friends. And you can see his depression. I think the best scene ever in the movie is when he is eavesdropping on them talking in the kitchen before he's going to leave. And he's like, "Oh, he hasn't changed since he was a kid. Like, do you think we would still be friends?" And then like you're having that whole conversation, and like you have like you're watching that scene, and it's happened multiple times, like him talking behind his back, to where you feel comfortable with him talking like that about his friend, and then it cuts to Yuta eavesdropping, and then your heart sinks, almost like as if you got caught, like being okay with it. And then you also notice that their friend, like their black friend, like he defends Yuta so well. Like he's such a good middleman, where like he doesn't offend either of them, which makes him such a great character and such a great friend. Like it's so interesting. And then it cuts to him just sitting on the couch, and you have like the disco lights sitting there, and he's just
Yeah.
like super depressed, and you're like, oh my fucking god. I'm just telling you, like this is a great suggestion, and it's just like it ended up just being such a perfect movie for me, of like is dealing with so many themes that I love, like with characters, while also being like in the place that I love movies the most, which is Japan. Um, and I think it just looks stunning. the The script is really tight. Um, I also think it's really funny. Like it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Like I love how they're always fucking with the principal. And I also
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of think it's
That.
funny that they kind of fucking kidnapped the principal in his own office, and like no one was notified because
Yeah. Yeah. I love that
like
scene so much.
his assistant, like I love when they're at, like he's like suggest like he brought them food. um
Yes.
it also like sunk my heart when Yuta did that thing at the end at graduation.
Yeah.
There's something so sad about that, like where he can't even graduate now. um and then the end shot too, like the freeze frame. uh and I felt like for a second I was like, oh, I don't like how that ended. And then like the music started playing, and then like credits started rolling, and then it stopped the freeze frame, and then it kept going after the
Yes.
punch, and then they went away. I was like, oh, it's perfect. Like that.
I
I was
know.
like, okay, I
Yeah.
love the freeze frame now. Like it makes more sense.
Yeah. You want.
Um,
They want. He wants to hold on that moment. I mean, I think it has
it's
to hold on
so
that moment.
it's so beautiful. I love the movie. It's fucking brilliant. I can't help but feel like it's like dedicated to his father, especially since the title of the movie is a song by his dad. I would implore you. I'm not going to suggest it to you, but I would implore you to watch Opus. It's
I.
on
Yeah.
Canopy. It's fucking brilliant. Um, it's one of those things I got goosebumps like the whole time. It's like I don't know. It's like better than in Rainbows in the Basement. Like that's I don't understand how that could even happen. Um, yeah, it's fucking brilliant. So yeah, that's what I watch. I mean, that's like the best suggestion I think I've gotten in a long fucking while. And it's funny because like I don't think you you didn't plan it to be like this, because you didn't plan me to watch Opus before, and it
Right.
just to have this kind of like great slope. But like that's the best way to see that movie, I think,
I
right
mean,
after
I
Opus.
was definitely thinking about the piano and the happy end and the music aspect of it, and I was like,
I love the synth and happy end. Holy, like there's like this soft synth, and I'm like, oh, it's so it's so and it's also weird because like that's the movie he made. Like his father never got to see that movie because his dad died a month after Opus, so he ended up making. And I think he does distinguish himself away from his father, which is really cool. Um, yeah,
right.
like I also like people would never guess that they're the same. They're from the same family, like Neo Sora. Like it's nothing even close to Ryuichi Sakamoto. Um, and I didn't even fucking know that until after I finished Opus. I was reading a review. It's like it's so sad that his son directed this. I was like, wait a minute, didn't Neo Sora direct this?
All right. So now we're gonna do our watch list recommendations for this next week, and Eli, I'm gonna give you. Um, we kind of talked about it a little at the beginning, so I think it's kind of relevant. I'm gonna give you the Fountainhead, King Vidor,
Okay.
Vidor.
Yes, yes, I would
Um,
love to.
yeah, I because it's a very controversial movie, and I well the book is extremely controversial. I don't know how I think the film still is, just because of the source material. Um, I remember loving it. So I'm curious if you just have like, the other way, right, where you're just like, you know, you're on the negative side, and then I would, it'll be an interesting conversation, or then you just feel like I do, and like
Yeah,
it. And yeah, I mean, it's got Gary Cooper, the guy.
there we
So
go. So I'm
yeah,
just going on a Gary Cooper. I love King. Um, you still haven't seen Stella Dallas, eh?
I know, weird. I should.
What do I
Are
do
you
here?
gonna give me Stella Dallas?
No, because I want to. Maybe some other time. I'm gonna add that to my
Yeah,
list here
yeah.
because Stella Dallas to me is so fucking good. I love King Vidor. Uh, but I think I have to. I think I've waited too long. It's like I've waited too long to suggest this to you. Like I just have to give it to you.
Okay.
Um, you have to watch Rosetta. It's so fucking good.
Okay.
The Dardine brothers to me are like right now I'm going band for band with Dardine back and forth to Hong Sang-soo. And you're really getting into Hong Sang-soo. They're very similar, where they're very minimalistic filmmaking. Like they don't do much.
Right.
Their stories are fucking. I think the I think the Dardine brothers are better than Hong Sang-soo because um, it feels more grounded in like despair and bleakness. Like their characters feel more human and like fleshed out, and like kind of grounded in real world issues. They're very political, and they're very like pro feminism, which is amazing. Like their female characters are amazing. Rosetta is like I, I I had the similar thing. I remember when you watched What Does That Nature Say to You? Your review is like when I see the it's one of those movies where you see a movie by a director and you want to watch everything they've done. That's like what Rosetta was for me. So I'm like kind of hoping you kind of have that revelation with the Dardine brothers too, where
Hmm.
there's like something like about them that you're like, oh, I want to see everything that they fucking do because this there's something different about them. Uh, and they're also just very accessible, I think, like as for Belgian filmmakers. Um, yeah, it's cool. I also I think the funniest thing about them as brothers is like their fucking movie titles. Like if I read you this shit, it's so funny. They have Kid on a Bike, The Child, The Unknown Girl, The Son,
Oh, okay.
Young Mothers, Young Ahmed. It's like all like kid, girl, young,
Yeah.
mother. I'm like, damn, bro.
That is kind of feels
Um,
kind of Hong Sang Sui in a way. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah, they're very similar. I've seen Rosetta, Kid on the Bike, Young Mothers, and Two Days and One Night. I still think Rosetta is like the perfect entry point. Um,
Did you know they produced Amelia Perez?
yeah, I knew that.
Is that
I
their
don't,
best work?
I don't, no, I don't blame them whatsoever about that. I think they're probably just close um,
Yeah.
with Audiard.
Yeah.
Um, plus, I mean, they probably didn't understand what the fuck Audiard was gonna do with that shit.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's
like Audiard has won the Palme d'Or. Uh, so have the Dardine brothers. They won with the child. So
oh cool.
yeah, I think you're gonna love Rosetta.
Okay.
It's short. It's like fun, but it's also really sad. The ending is fucking nuts. Um,
So
I
I'm
honestly
excited.
can't see a world. I can't see a world where someone like dislikes this movie. Honestly, like people will like actually hate this movie because it's like too intense for them. I'm like, that's such a stupid reason to like dislike a movie. It's like, oh, this movie feels too real. 1 star. I'm like, bro, what? Like it does feel so real, and it actually it's kind of perfect. It kind of is similar to like. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because then you're gonna get too hype about it. I have to like stop doing this.
Say it.
I was gonna like relate it to Twin Peaks
Ah, okay.
with
No, that's
like
fine.
it's like a darker Twin Peaks. Um, but yeah,
Okay.
it deals with like poverty, like desperate for a job kind of thing, relationship with an alcoholic mother, like just stuff like that. So just it's so simple. That's what I love about them. and they feel very human and real, and it feels like very you get like a glimpse of like into a world, and there's like some great set pieces that you'll love.
Cool.
Um,
I'm excited.
yeah, good romance film for sure.
Awesome.
And I have The Fountainhead, which I'm very excited for. Like that's one of those movies where I do judge movies based off a cover, and it has a great cover. Like I love the fucking cover,
Yeah, it's a cool
and I
cover.
love like the little like banner it has over. Like it just looks like aura. Like that guy just like the very like he's like probably 20 years old, but he looks like that because he smokes like 20 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, he's staring right
yeah.
at me.
It's. I
He
mean, it's
wants
a
me to watch
movie.
this shit.
It's a movie pretty much about art. I would say simply. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like isn't it like building a skyscraper or something?
it's about an architect and um who's kind of this true like purist formalist artist and kind of dealing
Yeah.
with you know other people that don't like that kind of artist, right? um and there's a romance that's good and
I honestly don't. I think I'll fucking love this. Like it looks great. I can't believe like it has a 3.4. Like that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I
Like
get it.
why is it controversial?
Okay, so it's
Is it like politically bad?
I think so. I think the author was politically very bad. You know, like the original like author of the book, but the movie is just it's a bit. I think people it comes off pretentious in a way because it's about an artist that's like very kind of like independent. Like I have a vision. Like I need to do like I'm like the one. And I think people have differing opinions on that just in general, right? Of like, someone feels so entitled to, you know, we see that a lot with people. That's like a controversial thing in real life. And so like,
This sounds like Megalopolis, eh?
yeah, I mean, uh, Coppola wrote about how Fountainhead was a inspiration for Megalopolis.
Okay, there you go. No wonder you
Yeah,
have it so highly rated. It's like there you go.
yeah.
I'm glad I've gotten to love Megalopolis, so maybe that'll help it
I also
out a
see the
little.
brutalist in it just as an architect movie. I don't know how true that is, but I
Yeah,
you know. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what you think.
it looks sick. And then and then my like honorable mention would be Opus. If you have like fucking time to like, also like Opus is cool. I like watched half of it with my eyes closed
You just listen.
because like I'm just like looking at the thing, and then I just get so overwhelmed with the music. I just start closing my eyes, and I'm like swaying like this, and I'm like crying. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What is
It's like
going on?
possessing you.
Dude, genuinely, the music's so beautiful. It feels like I think I said in my review, it feels like you're getting a peek into heaven. Like it feels like he's playing after he's dead, and so it's like it feel and, like the black and white is so cool, and then there's like a spotlight where it looks like the sun, and he's playing, and his head will like pass over this light every now and again. His shiny white hair is like glowing, and he's just playing, and you see his wrinkled skin. And I was like, holy fuck, bro!
Yeah.
Peak, peak, whatever this is,
Yeah.
peak documentary or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
I mean, I definitely
So
want to watch that.
yeah, we got David Lynch here today, and then good suggestions from both last week, and then hopefully we'll be able to talk about Project Hail Mary. Gonna watch it tomorrow. We'll see if I give it a 5 star or a 1 star. It's no in between. It's one or the
It's
other.
one or the other.
One or the other. So I'm actually excited to see it. I haven't been into the theater in a while. I
Yeah, me
haven't been
too.
to the
It's
theater
definitely
since January.
everyone in my
So
theater absolutely loved the movie. Like it got round of applause at the end, like people laughing, crying.
I mean, I'm glad it's getting people to theaters. Like
Yeah,
already at like
and
it's already
it's an original
going at
movie.
the box
Well,
office.
it's from a book, but it's it's not like a franchise,
Yeah.
and it's doing insane at the box office. This movie's gonna make $1 billion.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna do great. I like how people that don't even watch film are going to see it. They can love it all they want. That's cool. I'm just at the my like kind of thing going into it is like I don't like how fucking hype it is. Like I don't like how people everyone loves it. Like there's no way. Like you're the first person I've seen a bad review of it on, and that kind of makes me think like oh, like that makes me go in with a much more critical eye. Because I'm like, okay, this shit better be 4.4 worthy, like that, and then just like
Yeah, yeah.
won't exceed that expectation. I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I
But
mean, yeah,
I also love Ryan Gosling, so I'm
bro.
very excited to see him. And how much
Yeah.
is Sandra Huller in it?
Uh, Decent amount. Like, she has a scene stealing moment, and she's a prominent character, in kind of what's a solo Ryan Gosling movie. She's prominent. You'll see.
I heard you're selling your stock, so this is
Well, I was already on. My finger was over the button, and then you know
what movie what movie made you make it hover?
probably Barbie is like when it started. It's kind of like a like around 2020, like where he just started like being like this kind of comedic style actor that I think is just lame as fuck. It feels like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Not as bad. It's nowhere near as bad as Ryan Reynolds, but it's like it's just it's tough because it's like, man, he once was something.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he used to do things.
Yeah,
But
he used to act.
yeah, he used to act. We'll get into it. Maybe we'll get into it on a different
Yeah.
episode. So yeah, but I think we'll end it here. So thanks for listening. Make sure to like, comment who won, and interact in some way. It helps. Like, you know, rate it on Spotify and whatever. And yeah, all right, bye.
See you guys. Yeah, thank you.